quên mua. Memory we know, but
I know.
Well, it's a French word.
Yeah.
French word.
My French ancestors.
Too much like elegant.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I think it's because you mentioned champagne, and they're like,
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
So I think that when I listen that kind of a story, so many people, we in everyday situation, we take it granted, take it everything granted. Yes. So every day, everything is precious. We have a great phone like this. It is very advanced one. So we carry it 24/7. But if we lose it, we have no business, no connection, disconnect. So that kind of, I think that kind of suffering, yes, teach the great lesson. I think.
yes, you're right. That's mental suffering. Right. Not your kind of your fault, but not really. You know. I mean, maybe it's too much champagne, but whatever. But anyway, but it's not. It's a little suffering, but you know, it's
Sure.
a lot for
Sure.
you. So yeah, so you see, that's one of the things I'm going to talk about is sometimes through suffering we can get gratitude. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. We sometimes call it indemnity, right?
Indemnity.
Indemnity.
Tango is a popular
Oh, of course it's not popular. Who wants to suffer? You know?
yeah.
Nobody wants to suffer.
Indemnity.
Yeah,
How do you say it in Korean? In other words than tango.
Well,
Yeah.
actually the tangam is generally used in our church.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, mainly in our church. But tangam, well,
Tangam is English. Tangam.
No, that's Korean.
No, that's Korean. Indemnify, for example, your ancestor is sick and suddenly something to you happen, you don't know why, but it's for you suffering and you pay for it.
액땜 뭐 해.
So I don't know what's the Korean say that?
보상한다 그 말이죠. 보상. 보상하다. 예, 어려운 거에 대한 보상. reward.
POSANG.
오케이, 오케이. 보상하다. 보상하다.
Like almost like busan.
채워주다. Make it up. 오케이.
보상하다. So redo or something.
Sure.
Recompense.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, 보상하다. Okay.
I think I read many American pastors' book, setbacks, adversities, temporary setbacks, teach you the lifelong lesson. Yeah, even in 2 weeks, she suffered from the severe headache, but it will become a lifelong blessings to understand what is everything is a blessing. So it is a good chance.
I totally changed my thinking of way.
Yeah. She became generous.
We say, Shindy, we say, you were born again.
Born again. Hallelujah.
We might have, you know, Korean people have this idea about the connection between the spiritual world. Now, I know this sounds weird, but you never know. I mean, she might have had some ancestors that could have been your ancestors, or
Yeah,
could have
maybe
known
they
your
meet together.
Who knows? Or
Yeah.
your ancestors might even be the same. You never know.
Yeah, maybe. I thought about that. Really, I thought.
Yeah.
Because I said, maybe just 3day. Just 3일만 기다려주세요. That Katie said, no, 3 days, no, they don't come. So just buy now, new one. So I said, oh no, 3 days. And then really 3 days, that things were, oh my God.
Another lesson
Some
is
God there.
in the course of listening to her stories, that another lesson is that when something happens, so many people they say over 90% of the people say negative things. It is almost impossible to recover your lost pawn. But some people say not positive things.
Yeah,
Positive
like
things. I can do it. I can recover it, and the positive in a positive way. All the thought. I can do it. I can make it. That is the. And at the time they say, attitude is altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you change your attitudes in a positive way, positive things will happen.
Yeah, she was saying people are good. They do return
Yeah.
home.
It's your attitude, not your aptitude, that
Aptitude, yeah.
influences your altitude.
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 How high
You
you
get
go.
higher spiritual.
Attitude, not your aptitude, which determines your altitude.
Okay,
Well,
your-
that's a good one.
Your attitude.
Well, that's a good. Write it down.
Okay.
Write it down.
Liberty University.
That determines your altitude.
But it's actually from Zig Ziglar.
Okay, so one more time.
Okay.
Your
It's your attitude, not your aptitude,
Uh-huh.
that determines your altitude. Altitude.
Okay.
Three steps.
It's your attitude, not your aptitude, which is your
yeah, it means like you don't have to be brilliant like Einstein. That's aptitude. You know how smart you are. Nothing to do with. So it's more than. It's more about your heart. You know, your attitude. Yeah. Altitude. It means how high you are. Not your attitude, not your aptitude. It doesn't matter if you're smart or not. Yeah, aptitude. Aptitude means how smart you are. So it's how you feel about people. Yeah. Attitude, aptitude, altitude. Yeah, it's what you were saying, you know. From here.
Wow, that's a good one.
You're going to summarize what
Yes,
she
of
said
course.
later, then I read it.
Okay.
Yes, we'll be waiting for the report.
Tomorrow.
Doesn't have to be tomorrow.
It's good. If I can, it's
Incredible. So it's Kiara's.
Well, we are so happy that Siri, Shindy.
I can show you a picture later.
Whenever we find a credit card or some card or something,
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
boys always take it to the
Yeah,
police
yeah, yeah.
station.
All card was
They
here.
always take it to
All cards, yeah.
Cards.
So hopefully if it happens to us, you know, we'll have good
Somehow
confidence.
our life today is controlled by this small machine. There is
Unfortunately.
You're going to talk about it too.
Yeah. Okay, photo.
Okay,
Great.
so
Good. Well, Kiara.
Kiara?
What do you-
I actually wanted to, I mean, many things to be grateful for, but I wanted to specifically express my gratitude for doctors.
Medical doctor?
Doctors. Especially outside of Seoul. I was watching this documentary like very early this morning about how difficult it is to find doctors outside of Seoul. And that the regional hospitals are very understaffed, and sometimes when they need to, when they have like an emergency, when somebody has an emergency, if they want to go to Seoul, the ambulance will take 30 minutes. 30 minutes or more to get to a hospital in Seoul.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very important, especially specifically the doctors at the Chungshin one. So I was thinking about them. Because I have chronic asthma and depression, so I go there regularly. So I'm so grateful for those doctors. Like maybe they could have made more money, like in Seoul, but the regional doctors, especially, you know, they're sacrificing a lot. But so many people need them, you know. And I just wanted to gratitude about doctors, whether in Seoul or especially outside of Seoul.
Yes.
You know.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Especially younger, I saw younger doctors working outside of Seoul. So, wow, and is your son a doctor?
No, he's a doctor of chiropractic, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought your son.
that's it's a doctor. I checked. I asked Siri. I asked, is a chiropractor a real doctor? I had to check up on my son. And they said, yes, they have to take national exams, a doctor of chiropractic. It's 4 years medical school, national exam, so, but it's not an MD. An MD has rotations and all the stuff, and then they choose which they want. doctor of chiropractic, they just go into chiropractic and just study that. But so it's less broad, you know.
So I'm grateful for doctors.
Yeah, yes, I will. Me too. Okay. Good.
And you have talks with them in English.
Yes.
Oh,
English
that's
and
another
Hangul
point.
as well.
See, but that's another point. Do they speak English outside
Yes.
of Seoul?
The ones
Yeah.
the ones I see, they speak English, but sometimes I try to meet them halfway and speak Korean too. So
Right, so yeah, I mean, if you're dying, that's a language problem, you know. Good.
well, the two I see for what I need is they do speak a little bit of English. They do speak deep English, so that's good. Or my husband and son can help translate. So,
Yes.
but yeah, very grateful, especially for doctors outside of Seoul.
Yeah, yeah.
Because most people want to practice inside Seoul for just about everything, right? So, but all the outerline regions of Korea are like really desperate for doctors, and they need more people outside of Seoul to help, especially with the medical profession. So,
You have the hospital nearby near your house.
Cheongshin, you know Cheongshin Byungwon?
Oh,
I live in
yes.
Sorak-gakyeon.
Yes,
So
I know.
I'm thinking about that one in particular.
Uh-huh.
So it's a regional countryside hospital.
Mhm.
So they're very great.
Good.
Happy to help, so, yeah. Anyway, it's just in reference to a documentary I saw on YouTube about a lot of doctors outside of Seoul. It's super cool.
Right.
The doctors at Cheongshin and anywhere else.
But, you know, my son is not in Korea. All my children live in America.
Oh,
Yeah, because Korea has no degree or practice for a chiropractor. It's not recognized. The closest thing is a Oriental medicine or acupuncture, but there is no doctor of chiropractic in Korea.
grateful for doctors worldwide. Just anywhere and everywhere you might be, you know, just be grateful for a doctor.
You're the designer son. You're maybe the youngest.
Mr. Magne,
Yeah, is living in the U.S. too.
Yeah, all my children live in America. I live here. Isn't that weird? You know, and there's, you know, they speak perfect Korean, read like Korean.
You
Yeah.
said 대체의학 in Korean. 대체의학 in
Alternative.
alternative.
No. He's a 축주 의사 선생님.
척추?
척추.
kind of 도수치료?
약간
Physical
의사하고는 다른.
therapy, like in the lines of physical
No,
therapy.
he's
No, that's-
a physical therapist is less trained and is not. A doctor of chiropractic is the same as having a PhD or an MD, but in your specific field.
Yeah, the spine is a very, 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 you don't want to start with that.
Yeah, right.
It's very, it's the most important part of your hand, besides your head, besides your spine.
Right. So, great. Okay. So my